London 1809. The ballroom is a cage of noise and light. I am in my corner, the one where the wallpaper has a small faded water stain right at eye level. I've named it Harold. Harold is my only consistent companion. This is my 6th season, my 5th year of being a fixture, a piece of the architecture. I am the invisible Miss Adelaide. I'm not sad anymore. Sadness is a hot, sharp emotion. It requires energy. What I feel now is smooth, like a stone at the bottom of a river, worn down by the current until there are no edges left. I have given up. My heart doesn't break. It doesn't do much of anything. Then the whispers change. The chatter doesn't just pause, it curdles. The air in the room goes cold. He is here. Alexander, the Duke of Montrose. He is a block of ice in the middle of a furnace. He stands near the entrance, a shadow in impeccable black. His striking light blue eyes are empty, dead. His impeccable auburn hair is perfectly styled, but he looks still, like a statue of a man, not a real one. The ton calls him the Shadow Duke. They say his heart was shattered years ago by a betrayal so deep it killed the man he was. He never dances. He never speaks. He just comes, stands in the shadows for exactly 1 hour, and leaves. And for 5 years I have watched him. It's my secret. My one, private, foolish thing. He is the only other lonely person in this room. He's just better at hiding his cage behind a wall of power and a flawless, smooth-shaven jaw. Tonight he is looking at the dancers with a familiar, cold detachment. His gaze sweeps the room, dismissing the giggling girls, the calculating mothers. It passes over me. It stops. It does not move. My heart, that smooth, quiet stone, gives a single, painful lurch. Look away. Please, look away. He doesn't. He's looking at me. Not through me. At me. He's moving. Not toward the door, not toward the refreshments. Toward me. The sound in the ballroom dies. I can hear the click of his boots on the parquet floor. 1 step. 2. 3. Each one slams against my ribs. The air is too thin. I can't breathe. He stops in front of me. He is a mountain. He blocks out the light, the noise, everything. My hands are ice. I can't look at his face. I just stare at the dark, fine wool of his waistcoat. He doesn't speak. The silence stretches, pulling tight. It's so quiet I can hear the hiss of the gas lamps. I feel the entire room staring at us. At me. After 5 years of being invisible, the attention is a physical assault. Then his voice. It's not loud. It's low and rough, as if he hasn't used it in years. Dance with me. It's not a command. It's not a request. It sounds painful, like a confession he's been holding in for 1,000 nights. I look up. My body is trembling so hard it hurts. His light blue eyes are not empty. They are aching. They are wrecked. I don't know how I'm standing. I don't remember taking his hand, but I am on the floor, and his gloved hand is on my waist. It's trembling. My God. He is trembling. He pulls me into the waltz. The music stutters back to life, a shocked, reedy sound. We are the only 2 people moving. The entire ballroom has become a silent audience, their faces a blur of disbelief. His hand is a brand on my back. He pulls me closer than is proper. I can feel the heat of his body, the solid wall of his chest. I smell old books and winter, and something clean and male. This isn't a dance, it's an abduction. My mind is screaming. Why me? Why the ghost? Why now? I have to know. Why me? I whisper, my voice shaking so badly I barely recognize it. He looks down at me. His sharp features are a mask of pure, restrained pain. His grip on my hand tightens. I see him swallow, and then his gaze shatters, and for the first time I am not looking at the Duke. I am looking at Alexander.
I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be touching her. For 5 years I have stood in that alcove and watched her. She is the only real thing in this entire city of lies. The first year, I told myself I was a fool, a voyeur indulging his own grief. The second year, I told myself I was a ghost, and ghosts can't love. They can only watch. The third year, I saw a young, simpering fool, Lord Fletcher's boy, almost ask her to dance. He'd smiled at her. She'd looked up, her eyes wide with a fragile hope that made my chest crack open. And then he'd laughed with his friends and turned his back. I wanted to kill him. I wanted to tear the ballroom apart. The fourth year, I memorized the way she smiles at the musicians when she thinks no one is looking. A tiny secret smile. This is the fifth year. I came tonight, like I always do, just to see her. Just to get my one painful fix. And I saw her, and she wasn't sad. She was gone. The light in her was fading. She was looking at a water stain on the wall, and the hope was gone. She was resigning. She was becoming a ghost, just like me. And I knew I couldn't stand in the shadows for one more second. I couldn't let her fade. Now she is in my arms. She is light. She feels real. My hand is trembling. I am a monster, and I am holding the only clean thing I have ever known. She just asked me, why me? I look into her wide, terrified, beautiful eyes, and the brutal, honest truth that I have choked on for half a decade tears out of my chest. Because, I whisper, my voice breaking, I have tried, for 5 years, not to.
His words hang in the air between us. Because I have tried, for 5 years, not to. My mind stops. It just breaks. 5 years. I search his face. I'm looking for the cruelty, the punchline, the smirk that will tell me this is the most elaborate, vicious mockery ever devised. There is nothing. His striking light blue eyes aren't cruel. They are a raw, open wound. His perfectly smooth jaw is clenched so tight a muscle jumps. He is not looking at me with triumph. He is looking at me with the same desperate, agonizing hope I killed in myself years ago. It's real. This isn't a joke. This is a confession, and it's so heavy I can barely stand. He pulls me, and my body, which has forgotten how to do anything but sit, follows. The waltz. His hand is a brand on the thin silk of my dress, his palm scorching my back. His grip on my hand is not the gentle, polite hold of a gentleman. It's white-knuckled, a drowning man's grip. He moves me across the floor. He's not a graceful, practiced dancer. He is rigid, powerful, and desperate. He is holding me like he's afraid I'll evaporate. The room, which had gone silent, erupts. The whispers are like a tide of snakes. Montrose? Dancing? With her? Is he mad? The invisible Hartwell girl. It's a scandal. Look at her. She looks terrified. He's probably threatening her. The sound rushes into my ears. For 5 years, I was a ghost. Now, I am a spectacle. I am the centre of the most humiliating, terrifying, beautiful moment of my life. I should pull away. I should run. But he is still trembling. I am the only thing in this entire ballroom holding the Shadow Duke together. I look up at him. They're staring. I whisper, "Let them." He breathes, his voice a low rasp. His eyes never leave mine. They have always stared at me. Let them stare at us. US. He says the word like it's a prayer or a curse. My heart, That smooth, dead stone at the bottom of the river gives a painful, aching thud. The music is ending. The final soaring chords are a death knell. It's over. He has to let me go. The music stops. We are frozen in the centre of the floor. His hand is still on my waist. His eyes are still locked on mine. Please, I think. Don't let go. He blinks, and the mask of the Duke. He walks me back to my corner, my alcove, my grave. It feels like the longest walk of my life. Every eye in London is a needle aimed at my back. I can feel the heat of their stares, the venom in their whispers. I am focusing on his arm, the hard, unyielding muscle beneath the fine wool. I just need to breathe. One step, then another. We are here. My chair. This is it. He will deposit me here, like a borrowed book. He will turn. He will leave. And the lions will descend. I brace for it. I brace for the cold, the sudden, familiar emptiness. He stops. He doesn't drop my hand. He turns to face me. His back is to the room, creating a small, temporary shield. His light blue eyes are guarded again. The Shadow Duke is back. But he is looking at me with a fierce, burning intensity. A voice, sharp as glass, cuts through the air. "Your Grace!" It's Lady Grantham. A dragon in violet silk, her face a mask of false concern. What an unexpected display. Her voice is dripping acid for everyone to hear. "I had no idea you were acquainted with Miss Hartwell." This is the moment. The blade is at my throat. He will give a polite nod, abandon me, and the Ton will watch her tear me to pieces. Alexander does not look at her. His gaze is still locked on me. He lifts my gloved hand. He doesn't kiss it. He doesn't bow. He just holds it. He studies my fingers, resting in his, as if they are the only things in the room. Then he turns his head, just slightly, toward the sound of her voice. His profile is sharp, flawless, and cold as marble. His voice is ice. "Lady Grantham, you are interrupting." A collective silent gasp sucks the air from the room. It is not a slight. It is a public execution. Lady Grantham's painted smile freezes and shatters. He turns back to me. His jaw is tight. "You are cold," he states. It's not a question. It's a fact. My teeth are chattering. I hadn't realised. He looks past me, at my chair, at my thin, threadbare wool shawl. The one I've mended twice. Before I can move, before I can die of a new, fresh humiliation, he reaches down. The Duke of Montrose, the man who owns half of London, picks up my pathetic little shawl. He opens it, and he drapes it over my shoulders. His fingers, warm and strong through his gloves, brush the bare skin of my neck. It's not a caress. It's a brand. A current of pure, unadulterated lightning shoots down my spine. I stop breathing. He steps back, his work complete. He has covered me. He has claimed me, in front of them all. "I am leaving," he says. His voice is low, for me alone. He holds my gaze for one more second, a second that stretches into an eternity. It's a promise. It's a warning. I don't know which. He gives me a stiff, formal bow, and then he is gone. He walks straight through the ballroom, not looking left or right. The crowd parts for him like the sea. The great doors open, and he is swallowed by the night. I am left standing there. The room is silent, echoing, but I am not cold anymore. I am wrapped in his act. The whispers start again, but they are different. They are not just mocking. They are confused, frightened, speculating. Lady Grantham is staring at me, her face a shade of purple I've never seen. She says nothing. She turns and storms away. I sink back into my chair. My body has given out. I clutch the shawl. It smells like him, winter and old books, and strength. My heart is not a stone. It's a hammer, beating against my ribs, trying to get out. What just happened? A hand grips my arm, hard. I flinch. It's my mother. Her face is pale, her eyes wide with a terrifying mixture of shock and calculation. "Adelaide," she hisses, her nails digging into my skin. "What did you do?" My mother's voice is a low hiss. Her fingers, thin and bony, are a claw on my arm. Her nails are little crescents in my skin. I look at her. She is 68. Her skin is like old powdered paper, stretched thin over her cheekbones. Her eyes are small and bright, suddenly alive with a terrifying, greedy calculation I have seen 1,000 times. Not directed at me, never at me, at my younger sister's suitors, decades ago, at a card game she might win, at a piece of gossip. Now, that rabid, desperate look is on me. "Mother, you're hurting me." "What did you do?" she repeats, her voice trembling with a terrifying mix of hope and fury. "He spoke to you. He touched you. He ruined Lady Grantham for you. This is a catastrophe." Or, ... quote. Her eyes narrow. The gears are grinding. Or is it a miracle? Did he make you an offer? I feel the blood drain from my face. An offer? "Don't be a fool, Adelaide. You're 48 years old," she snaps, as if I could forget. "A man like that, the Shadow Duke, he doesn't dance with a woman like you unless he wants something." She leans in, her voice dropping to a putrid whisper, her breath sour. "Is he going to make you his mistress?" The words slap me. I feel the fragile, impossible warmth of the last 10 minutes shatter. The memory of his trembling hand, his aching eyes, it all curdles. "No," I say, my voice flat and dead. "He did not." Then what was it? He's mad, isn't he? They always said he was. And he's dragged you into his madness. He's ruined us. After tonight, no one will come near our family. We'll be a laughingstock. I am not in the ballroom anymore. I am not wrapped in his shawl. I am back in my cage, and my 68-year-old mother is the one holding the bars. I have to go," I stammer. I pull my arm free, my skin stinging. "Adelaide!" I turn and I walk. I don't run. I'm too old to run. I walk, straight out of the ballroom, my head high, just as he did. I can feel the eyes on my back. I can feel the whispers following me. But for the first time in my life, I don't care. I walk past the footman, out into the cold night air. The fog is thick. I just want to be alone. I want to hold on to the memory of his raw, broken whisper, because I have tried, for 5 years, not to. The carriage ride home is silent. A brutal, suffocating silence. My father, a man made of debt and weak apologies, just stares out the window. My mother sits across from me. She just stares at me. She is dissecting me with her eyes, trying to find the value in this new, strange commodity. I don't speak. I clutch my shawl. I will not let her have this one moment. When we get home, she follows me to my room. "Adelaide," she says, her voice suddenly different, sweet, poisonous. "If he contacts you, you must tell me. Your father is in a precarious position. We are old, Adelaide. A man like the Duke of Montrose. He could be a powerful friend, or a terrible enemy. We must be so careful." I look at her, this woman who has seen me as a burden, a failure, a piece of leftover furniture for 25 years. "Good night, Mother." I shut the door in her face. I lean against the wood. My room is cold. I have no fire. I press my face into the old, mended wool of my shawl. It's all that's left. It smells like him, like winter, like hope. And I do something I haven't done in 20 years. I cry, not for my humiliation, not for my mother. I cry because a 55-year-old man, a man just as broken and dead as I am, looked at me like I was the only person alive. The next day, the house is a tomb. My mother is waiting. I can feel her waiting. I stay in my room. I can't face her. I can't face the world. It was a dream, a fit of madness. He will not contact me. He will wake up this morning, drowning in regret. The Shadow Duke will go back to his shadows, and I will go back to my wallpaper. It was just one impossible dance. At noon, there is a sound. A horse in the street. Not a carriage. A heavy, powerful war horse, its shoes striking sparks on the cobbles. Then, a knock. Not on our door. It's a pounding. The sound of a fist hitting the wood. Thump, thump, thump. I hear our maid, Sarah, scurry to the door. I hear my mother rush into the hall. I hear a voice, a deep, gravelly voice. I frown. I left this? I am clutching my shawl. I left nothing. My mother is trying to read over my shoulder. "What is it, child? What does he say?" I look at the footman. I don't understand. I left nothing. The footman's expression does not change. He reaches into his satchel. He pulls out a single, small, kid leather glove. It's mine. A jolt of pure logic, cold and sharp, cuts through my shock. "Then why can't I just take it from you?" I ask, my voice reasonable. "You're right here." The footman's face is a mask of stone. "My orders are to await your reply to his grace, miss. The Duke himself will return your property." A chill, deeper than the draft in our hall, settles over me. My mind is racing. This is simply crazy. Number. It's not crazy. It's a calculation. This isn't an errand. This is a summons. This is a king summoning a commoner. He's not asking me to come. He's commanding me, using my own glove as a hostage. Was this the norm? Absolutely not. This was an act of pure, eccentric power. He knew I couldn't refuse. He knew I wouldn't dare. My mother is grabbing my arm. Her 68-year-old hands are a desperate claw. "Adelaide, say yes. Say you will go. He's waiting." Of course she's saying yes. She sees a golden chain and she doesn't care who it's attached to. I'm looking at the glove in the footman's hand, but I'm seeing the cage. It was not a dream, and it is not a romance. It is a command. I raise my chin. I will not be a giggling fool. I will be a woman answering a summons from a man who holds all the cards. I look up at the footman. My voice is a whisper, but it doesn't shake. "Tell His Grace I will be there in 1 hour." I am wearing my best dress. It's a lie. I'm wearing my only dress, the grey wool I wear to church. It is clean, mended and pressed. It is the armour of a respectable poor spinster. The Duke's carriage, a black, gleaming monster embossed with a crest I don't recognise, collected me 1 hour later. It was an act of war on our quiet, shabby street. Neighbours peered through their curtains. My mother, 68 and vibrating with greed, stood on the doorstep waving, as if I were a princess going to a ball, and not a 48-year-old woman answering a terrifying summons. Now, I'm walking through his house. It is not a house. It is a tomb. The entryway is a cavern of black marble and cold gold. My footsteps echo. There are no flowers. There is no warmth. The air is still and smells like dust and old wax. The footman who collected me, the same one from my home, leads me down a hall lined with portraits of dead men who all look like him. Sharp features, impeccable auburn hair, and cold, striking, light blue eyes. His Grace is in the library, the footman says. He doesn't look at me. He opens 2 massive oak doors. The library is dark. The curtains are drawn, save for one. A single tall window lets in a weak, grey shaft of afternoon light, and he is standing in it. He is not in his formal evening wear. He is in a simple white shirt, unbuttoned at the collar, and dark trousers. His impeccable auburn hair is a mess. He looks like he hasn't slept. He looks like he's been pacing. He is 55 years old, and in the dim light, he looks like a man who has been fighting a war his entire life. He sees me. His whole body goes rigid. He is not the cold, controlled shadow duke from the ball. He is not the man who executed Lady Grantham with a word. He is awkward. He looks trapped. Miss Hartwell, he says. His voice is a low gravel. Your Grace, I reply, curtsying. My knees feel weak. The silence stretches. It's deafening. He is just staring at me. His light blue eyes are drinking me in. It's not a lecherous look. It's starving. He looks like a man who hasn't seen water in a decade. He's holding it. My glove. It's clutched in his left hand. He doesn't offer it to me. I clear my throat. You sent for me, Your Grace. My glove. Yes. He looks down at the glove in his hand as if he's just realising it's there. He looks at it, then at me. He takes a step forward. He stops. He looks at the glove again. Your Grace? I prompt, softly. He clears his throat. He clenches his jaw. He is forcing himself into the role of the Duke. The glove, he says, his voice strained. He looks at it. I wanted to ensure it was returned, personally. My heart gives a single painful thump. He's lying. It's so obvious it's almost painful to watch. This powerful man, the Shadow Duke, is stumbling over a ridiculous excuse. He could have sent this glove in a box. He could have had the footman return it. This isn't about the glove. Oh, he made this up. The glove, the note, it was all a lie. A clumsy, desperate, almost childish lie. Just to get me here. This isn't the prelude to an indecent proposal. This is something far more complicated. He's just as trapped as I am. I see, I say, my voice steady. Thank you, Your Grace. That was considerate. He nods, latching onto the word. Yes, considerate. He still doesn't offer it to me. He's just holding it. The silence stretches. He is just staring at me. He is a 55-year-old man, a man of legendary power, who cannot figure out what to say next. He gestures, a sharp, clumsy movement to a chair near the fireplace. Please, sit. I do as he commands. I sit on the edge of the dark, cold leather. I am a mouse perched on the edge of a canyon. He doesn't sit. He paces, He stalks back and forth in that single shaft of light, his hand still crushing my glove. "Miss Hartwell," he begins. He stops. He runs his free hand through his hair, making it even more of a mess. He looks lost. "I have not," he says, his voice tight, "had a comfortable existence." I say nothing. This house, it is empty. I am empty. He stops pacing and looks at me. His eyes are burning. Last night, that was the first time I have felt in 20 years. I cannot breathe. This is not the offer of a mistress. This is something rawer, more terrifying. "Your Grace, I require a companion," he says, the words rushing out, clumsy and sharp. A companion? "A paid companion," he clarifies, as if that makes it logical. "That is a position, is it not? Respectable ladies do it." "Yes, but I require someone to read to me." He says it like a challenge. I frown. "To read?" "Yes." He gestures to the thousands of books lining the walls. My eyes, they are tired. It is the most transparent, clumsy, desperate lie I have ever heard. He is the Duke of Montrose. He could hire 50 people to read to him. He is a 55-year-old man, a man of legendary power, who cannot figure out how to ask a 48-year-old spinster to simply sit in the same room with him. He is dying of loneliness. I look at this powerful, broken man, and the fear that has been choking me for 24 hours just dissolves. It's replaced by something else, something warm, something that aches. I look at his hand, the one still clutching my glove. "Your Grace," I say, my voice very quiet. He freezes. "If I am to read to you," I say, "I will need both of my gloves. It is cold in here." He blinks. He looks down at his hand, at the glove he is mangling. A dark, dull red flush creeps up his neck. He looks ashamed. He walks forward. He doesn't just hand it to me. He opens his fingers. I retrieve my glove from his grasp. His skin is hot. "Well," I say, pulling the glove on. "Where shall I begin?"
"Well," she says, pulling the glove on. "Where shall I begin?" My heart stops. She said yes. She said yes. She's not running. She hasn't called me a madman. She is a 48-year-old woman of perfect, terrifying dignity, and she is agreeing to my pathetic, transparent lie. My throat is closed. I can't speak. I just nod. I am a fool. I am 55 years old, a duke, a man who moves markets and makes men tremble, and I am frozen in my own library, struck dumb by a woman the world has ignored for 25 years. "Read." I told her I wanted her to read. I turn, my movements stiff, and grab a book. The first one my hand touches. I don't even see the title. I hand it to her. "This one," I manage to say. She takes it. Her fingers, so proper in their mended gloves, brush mine. It is a jolt of pure, clean fire. I pull my hand back too fast. She doesn't seem to notice, or she is polite enough to pretend she doesn't. She opens the book. She clears her throat, a small, soft sound in the cavernous silence, and she begins to read. Her voice, my God, her voice. It is low and clear and steady. It is the first gentle human sound that has filled this room in 20 years. I don't hear a single word. I am not listening. I am watching. I am watching the way the grey afternoon light from the window catches the strands of silver in her brown hair. I am watching the quiet, resigned set of her mouth. I am watching the way her fingers rest on the edge of the old, dry paper. She is here. She is here. In my house. In my room. This is pathetic. I am pathetic. I am a liar. I am paying this woman, this good, decent woman, to sit in my house under a false pretext. simply because I am too much of a coward to speak to her. Because I am starving. For 5 years I watched her from the shadows, and now I am sitting 10 feet away from her, and I have never felt more like a monster. She reads for 1 hour. I don't move. I don't breathe. I just absorb. Finally she pauses. She looks up. "Your Grace?" "What?" I snap, my voice too harsh. She flinches. Idiot, I made her flinch. The clock has just struck 3, Your Grace," she says, her voice faltering. "I believe our hour is concluded." "Yes." I stand up, too quickly. She stands too, closing the book. "Shall I return tomorrow, at the same time?" "Yes," I say. That is the arrangement. The arrangement. It sounds so cold, so transactional. It is. I made it that way. I walk to my desk. I open a drawer. The money is there. A small, heavy pouch. Her wages, for the week. I prepared it. I hold it out to her. This is the worst part. This is the moment that makes it all feel dirty. I am not paying for a reader. I am paying for her presence. It is a violation of the very thing I admire in her, that she is real in a world of transactions, and I have just made her one. My hand is shaking. I cannot look at her. "Your wages, Miss Hartwell." I feel her hesitate. Then her small gloved fingers take the pouch from my hand. "Thank you, Your Grace," she whispers. She turns and walks out of the room. I hear her soft, steady footsteps fade down the marble hall. The front door closes. I am alone. In the silence, I sink into my chair. The room is so empty it hurts. I look at the clock. It is 3:02 p.m., and I begin the agonizing, silent wait for tomorrow. I watch the clock. It is 1:59 p.m. My stomach is clenched so tight it aches. She will be here. She must be here. The sound of the carriage pulls up. I don't breathe. Footsteps in the hall. Light. Soft. Then the library doors open. And she is there. Miss Adelaide Hartwell. My Adelaide. She is wearing her grey dress. Her quiet dignity. Her hair, the colour of damp earth, is pulled back. Simple and elegant. She is a woman who accepts her world, but she does not surrender her soul. My God. She came back. "Good afternoon, Your Grace," she says, her voice low and steady. She curtsies. "Miss Hartwell," I reply, my voice rough. It always is when I first speak to her, as if my throat is unaccustomed to forming words. She sits in her chair. I sit in mine. She opens the book. It is a volume of Lord Byron today, poetic yet safe, and she begins to read. The words are a low hum, a lullaby. I am not listening to the words. I am listening to her voice. It is the sound of life. It is the sound of hope. It is the sound of everything I believed was dead. I look at her. I study her. Every day I try to memorize her. The way her brow furrows just slightly when she concentrates. The tiny laugh line that appears near her mouth when a passage amuses her. The quiet grace of her hands. For 20 years I lived in a frozen hell. For 5 years she was a distant light, a flickering candle I could only watch from afar. Now she is here, and I am paying her for her presence. It is a transaction. It is ugly. It is demeaning. I hate myself for it. I hate myself for needing it so desperately. But she is here, and for that I will endure any self-loathing. Suddenly, a loud, jarring sound. The library doors burst open. My blood runs cold. No one ever enters this room without permission. I turn, my body rigid, my hand instinctively going to the letter opener on my desk. Standing in the doorway is Lord Ashworth. His face is flushed, his eyes bright with a malicious, delighted triumph. Behind him, a gaggle of the ton's worst gossips, straining to peer in. "Montrose!" Ashworth booms, his voice dripping with false cheer. "My dear fellow, such a surprise to find you occupied." He looks at Adelaide. His gaze is a sneer. A man of 60, bloated by privilege. He embodies everything I despise. He was a close friend of the man who ruined me 20 years ago. Adelaide closes the book. Her face is pale. She looks like a trapped bird. Ashworth, I say, my voice a low growl. You are not welcome here. He laughs. A braying, ugly sound. Nonsense. I heard the most fascinating rumor that you, the great recluse, had finally taken a companion. And then who should I see entering your carriage but Miss Hartwell? I simply had to confirm. After all, she's hardly the usual type for such an arrangement, is she? His eyes rake over Adelaide, stripping her bare. I mean, 48 years old, and so plain. My blood turns to ice. He just called her plain. He just insulted her in my house. Adelaide shrinks in her chair. Her eyes are fixed on the book in her lap. She is trying to disappear. Get out, I say, my voice barely a whisper. But it holds all the power of my title and all the rage of my frozen heart. Ashworth laughs again. Oh, don't be coy, Montrose. Everyone knows. The invisible spinster has finally found her patron. A rather generous one, I gather, given her circumstances. He makes a lewd gesture with his hand. That's it. He just called her a whore. I am Alexander, Duke of Montrose. I am 55 years old. I have lived a life of ice and fury. I have never loved again. I have never lifted my hand to any man in public. But this man just put his filthy tongue on the only pure thing I have left. My chair scrapes back. My body moves without thought. I am on my feet. Ashworth, still grinning, takes a step back. The gaggle of gossips behind him gasp, suddenly sensing the shift. Ashworth, I say. My voice is quiet, deadly. You will retract every word. You will apologize to Miss Hartwell, or I swear on my honor I will see you ruined. He laughs, a nervous edge in it now. Ruined? By you? Don't be ridiculous, Montrose. Everyone knows she's just I am across the room. Faster than he can blink. My hand clamps onto his lapel. I lift him, a man 20 years my junior, off his feet. I slam him against the doorframe. The wood groans. Dust flies. Adelaide makes a small, choked sound. Ashworth's face is pure terror. His feet are dangling. His eyes are wide. Montrose! Let me go! You're mad! You will apologize. I hiss. My face is inches from his. My grip is so tight I can feel his bones shift. You will apologize to Miss Hartwell, or I will break every bone in your miserable body. Behind him, the gossips are screaming. They are running. Ashworth chokes. I apologize. I'm sorry. Let me go. I don't release him. I hold him there, suspended, and I make him look at her. Apologize to her, I command, my voice a tremor of pure, unrestrained rage. He turns his head, his eyes squeezed shut, but he glances at Adelaide. I'm sorry, Miss Hartwell. I'm so sorry. I release him. He drops to the floor in a heap, gasping, scrambling backward. He crawls away, terrified, and vanishes down the hall. The library doors stand open. The empty hall stretches before me. Silence. I am breathing hard. My hands are shaking. I just publicly assaulted a lord in my own home. My ice has shattered. I turn slowly. Adelaide is still in her chair. The book has fallen from her lap. Her eyes are fixed on me. They are wide, and they are filled with pure, unadulterated terror.
I am staring at him, at the man who just lifted a lord by his throat and slammed him against a door. He is breathing hard. His immaculate white shirt is pulled taut across his chest, and his hands are clenched into white-knuckled fists at his sides. His striking light blue eyes are not cold. They are burning. This is not the awkward, silent man who fumbled over a glove. This is not the lonely soul who confessed his house was empty. This is the Shadow Duke. This is the man they all fear. The man who, they whisper, drove his first wife to her death. And he is terrifying. I am terrified. He just broke. He broke for me. Miss Hartwell, he says, his voice a low, strangled rasp. I flinch. I can't help it. His face, it collapses. The rage vanishes, replaced by a sudden, devastating wave of shame. He sees my fear. He sees me seeing him. The monster. Adelaide, he whispers. He used my name. He has never used my name. He takes a step toward me. I shrink back. He stops. He looks at his own hands, the ones he just used as weapons, as if they are covered in blood. I frightened you, he states. It's a confession of his deepest sin. I am sorry. Quote. He runs a shaking hand through his auburn hair. He insulted you. You assaulted him, I whisper. My voice is shaking. He called you... He can't even say the word. His jaw clenches. He had no right. Not in this house. Not you. He looks wrecked. He runs a shaking hand through his auburn hair. He insulted you. You assaulted him, I whisper. My voice is shaking. He called you... He can't even say the word. His jaw clenches. He had no right. Not in this house. Not you. He looks wrecked. He is a 55-year-old man who just lost a battle with a rage he has clearly kept caged for decades. And he lost it for me. The fear that was choking me begins to shift. It's still there, a cold stone in my stomach. But something else is mixing with it. Something warm. He didn't just defend me. He avenged me. No one has ever done that. Your Grace, I say, my voice still trembling. The hour is long past. He blinks, looking at the clock as if he's never seen it before. Yes, I should go. No, he starts too quickly. He composes himself. Yes, of course. My carriage. No, I say, standing on unsteady legs. No carriage. Not today. I will walk. I need the air. I need to think. I need to get away from the violence and the suffocating intensity of this room. Adelaide, it is not safe. After this, the gossip. I am used to gossip, Your Grace. I grab my shawl. This is too much. I turn and I walk out of the library. I don't run, but I walk fast. I hear him call my name once. Adelaide! I don't look back. I walk for 2 miles. The cold air hits my face, but I don't feel it. My mind is replaying the scene. The crack of the wood. Ashworth's terrified face. And the sound of Alexander's voice, shaking with a rage that was all for me. He just ruined himself. Assaulting a lord, the scandal will be enormous. And he did it to protect me, the invisible spinster. When I finally get to my street, I am exhausted. My mother is at the window. She saw me walking. She bursts from the front door, her 68-year-old face a mask of fury. Where is the carriage? She shrieks, grabbing my arm. Why are you walking? Did he throw you out? What did you do? Nothing, Mother. Please. I try to move past her. Don't you nothing me, she says, her grip like iron. The ton is on fire. Lady Grantham's boy just came by. He said Montrose attacked Lord Ashworth, that he nearly killed him. And it was over you. Her eyes are bright, manic. He did it. He actually fought for you. Mother, I am tired. This is it, she breathes, her voice dropping. This is what I have been waiting for. He has compromised you. He has compromised himself. He has publicly claimed you. He has to pay for it now. I just stare at her. He has to make a settlement, she continues, talking to herself now. He has no choice. A duel, a scandal, or a generous settlement for the wronged woman. Oh, this is better than I could have dreamed. We are rich, Adelaide. We are finally rich. She is smiling. She is looking at a scene of brutal violence and seeing a payday. I look at my mother's grasping, greedy face, and then I think of Alexander's face, wrecked with shame. I frightened you. He is not paying you, I say, my voice dead. Her smile vanishes. What? He is not paying for me. This job is over. I am not going back. You... what? Her face turns purple. You fool! You stupid, stupid old woman. He is on the hook. This is the moment. You will go back. You will demand... No. It is the first time in my 48 years I have ever truly said the word to her. I am not a piece of meat for you to sell, mother. You are, she screams. You are all we have. You will go back and... He defended me, I whisper, the realization hitting me like a physical blow. He fought for me. Good. Let him pay for the privilege. I look at her, and the last withered cord that ties me to this house, to this woman, just snaps. I am not going back, I say, my voice clear and cold. Not for you. I walk past her, into the house, and up to my room. I lock the door, and I sink onto my bed, my body shaking, not with fear, but with a terrible, terrifying and powerful realization. He called me Adelaide, and I am not afraid of him. I am afraid for him.
It has been 2 days, 48 hours. 2 days of silence. The clock in the library chimes 2. She is not here. The clock chimes 3. She is not here. I am a dead man again. I frightened her. I showed her the monster, and she did what any sane person would do. She ran. The rage I held back for 20 years. I unleashed it. For her. And in doing so, I have lost her. The silence of this house, which was once my armor, is now my tomb. It is suffocating me. I look at her empty chair. I cannot do this. I cannot go back to the shadows. I am 55 years old. I have not walked among the living in 2 decades. I am the Shadow Duke, and I am going to her. My carriage on her street is a grotesque display. It takes up the entire road. The poor, the working, they all stop and stare at the black lacquer and the gold ducal crest. They stare at the 4 matched horses that cost more than their entire street. I feel their eyes on me. I hate it. I hate that I am bringing this spectacle to her quiet life. But I am here. I step out. My footman, the one who delivered the note, looks at me with wide, shocked eyes. I have never left the estate except for that first ball. I do not knock. I pound my fist on the thin, peeling door. Thump, thump, thump. It is opened by the 68-year-old woman. Her mother. She sees me. Her face, a roadmap of faded vanity, cycles through shock, then fear, then a sudden, sickening gleam. She sees a vault of money on her doorstep. Your Grace, she stammers, curtsying so low she almost falls. What an honor. Please, come in, come in. I do not move. I am here to see Miss Hartwell. Of course. But she is indisposed, overwrought. The scandal, You understand. A delicate creature, my Adelaide. She is lying. She is a terrible, clumsy liar. Where is she? My voice is flat. Perhaps your Grace and I, she says, lowering her voice to a conspiratorial whisper, could discuss the situation. A private drawing room. A man of your influence and my daughter's reputation. She is trying to negotiate. She is trying to sell her. The last frozen bit of my control shatters. I look through her. I am not here to speak with you, I say, my voice like ice. And I walk past her into the house. Your Grace, she shrieks, grabbing my arm. I stop. I look down at her clawed, bony hand on my sleeve. I just look at it. She lets go as if she's been burned. Her room, I command. The mother, terrified now, just points. Up the stairs. The last door on the left. I take the stairs 2 at a time. The house is small, cramped, and smells of boiled cabbage and despair. I reach her door. It is closed. I raise my fist.
I hear the thump, thump, thump downstairs. I hear my mother's fawning, grotesque voice, and then I hear his, that low, gravelly rasp. My heart stops. He is here. I hear my mother's shriek, Your Grace! And then I hear footsteps, heavy, urgent, coming up the stairs. He is in my house. He pounds on my door. Adelaide! It is not a request. It is a plea. I am frozen. My mother is screaming from the bottom of the stairs. Adelaide, you open this door. The Duke is here. You open it now. Adelaide, he calls again. His voice is wrecked. Please, I will not leave. I will stand in this hall until you open the door. Please. I am shaking. This is madness. I unlock the door. I open it. He is standing there, filling my tiny hallway. He is a giant. His impeccable auburn hair is a mess. His striking light blue eyes are wild. He is breathing like a man who has run a mile. He just looks at me. You are safe, he whispers. It's the first thing he says. He did not follow you. No one will harm you. I was not afraid of them, I say, my voice trembling. His face crumples. I know, he whispers, his voice thick with self-loathing. You were afraid of me. I am sorry, he says, the words tearing out of him. Adelaide, I am so sorry. I did not mean. I lost control. You assaulted him. Yes. He doesn't deny it. I did. Why? I whisper. He looks at me, his eyes filled with 20 years of pain. Because he is one of them, he says. One of who? The men. The men who destroyed me. The men who murdered my first wife. My blood runs cold. Murdered? They said she jumped, he scoffs, a bitter, broken sound. No, she didn't jump. She was pushed by her lover, a man I called a friend. Lord Ashworth, he was part of it. He financed them. They ruined me, and they killed her. He is shaking. He is a 55-year-old man, a duke, standing in a spinster's hallway, confessing a murder. I have spent 20 years, he whispers, his voice raw, caging it. Caging the rage. I built a wall. I died inside it, just like you read. He takes a small, hesitant step, and then I saw him, that vulture, looking at you, saying those filthy things. He was touching you with his words. He looks up, and his light blue eyes are pleading. It was the same evil, the same rottenness that took everything from me, and it was coming for you. He chokes on the words, and the cage, it broke. I could not, I would not, let them have you too. He is not a monster. He is a protector. He is a man who has been guarding a wound for 20 years, and he saw the same knife coming for me. I am not a gentle man, Adelaide, he says, his voice a broken whisper. I am a 55-year-old man full of ghosts and rage. I know I frighten you, but I am begging you, do not leave me in the silence. I cannot go back. I am looking at him, the Shadow Duke, the monster, the madman, and all I see is a man who has been bleeding for 20 years. He is waiting for my judgment. He is waiting for me to run. Behind me, from the bottom of the stairs, my mother's voice shrieks. He's mad! Did you hear him? He's confessing to murder. He's insane. Adelaide, get away from him. Get a settlement. Tell him you'll keep quiet for a settlement. Alexander flinches. His eyes close. He hears her. He hears the world I live in. The world of transactions. The world that sees his agony as a payday. He looks at me, his face a mask of defeat. He believes her. He believes that's all this can ever be. I look at his broken face. Then I look past him, down the stairs, at my 68-year-old mother, her face twisted in a mask of pure, desperate greed. I have been a ghost my entire life. I have been a chair, a water stain on the wall, a burden, a commodity, and this man, this terrifying, broken, beautiful man, is the only person who has ever seen me. I step forward. Alexander's eyes widen. I reach up, my hand trembling. My mother gasps, "Adelaide! Don't be a fool!" I put my hand on his chest. I feel his heart, hammering against his ribs. A wild, terrified, living thing. He is not mad, I say, my voice clear and strong, cutting through the house. I am not speaking to him. I am speaking to her. He is grieving. I step past him, into the hallway. I look down at my mother. He is the best man I have ever known, and you will never speak to him, or me, again. I grab the handle of my bedroom door. Adelaide, no! You are throwing away! I slam the door in her face. I hear her shriek. I hear her pound on the wood. I don't care. I turn around. Alexander is still there, in my room. He is looking at me as if I am the sun. He is crying, silently. His striking light blue eyes are flooded, tears tracking down his sharp features. You shut her out, he whispers. Yes, you defended me. Yes. He shakes his head, a look of profound shame on his face. Adelaide, I must go. My heart stops. What? I have ruined you. Look, he gestures around my tiny, cold room. This is your home, and I brought my rage, my scandal, into it. Ashworth will not be silent. By tomorrow, all of London will know. You will be untouchable because of me. He is backing away. He is actually leaving. He is trying to protect me from himself. I am a monster, he whispers, his voice raw. I proved it. I showed you, and I dragged you into my darkness. Alexander. He stops. I have lived in the darkness for 25 years, I say, my voice shaking with a cold, brutal honesty I didn't know I had. I was not a person. I was a fixture. I was the invisible Miss Hartwell, a ghost. I have not felt anything since I was 20. I was just waiting to die. I take a step toward him. You say you lived in a house full of ghosts. Alexander, I was one. He is staring at me, his eyes wide. And then you saw me, I whisper. You, the other ghost in the room. And you were the first person in 5 years who didn't look through me. I am in front of him now. I am trembling. He is trembling. I am not afraid of your darkness, I say, my voice breaking. I am not afraid of your ghosts. They are just like mine. Adelaide, he chokes out. Don't leave me, I whisper. It's a confession. Don't go back to your shadows. And don't send me back to mine. I cannot go back to being invisible. He doesn't move. He is frozen. He is terrified. He is 55. I am 48. We are two terrified old people, afraid to live. So, I do it. I rise on my toes.
5 winters passed, I stood so still, watching the light on the windowsill. You were a ghost I could not name. I breathed your shadow, I wore your shame. I saw your heart behind the glass, years like smoke that would never pass. I called your name, it made no sound, but in my chest your voice was found. Two ghosts still breathing, ash in our veins, but the fire remains. Found in the hush between believing you and I, unafraid.
You touched my hand, the world stood still, a fragile piece I cannot kill. Your eyes said stay, though words were few. I never lived till I saw you.
I carried grief like winter stone. Was to be alone. Then you appeared, the frost withdrew, and time began when I saw you. We are two ghosts still breathing, ash in our veins, but the fire remains. Found in the hush between believing you and I.
I feared the dawn would steal this dream, that warmth would fade, that hope would seem too much for hearts that broke in twos. But here we stand, with nothing to lose.
I built my walls from loss and pride, but you walked through and stood inside. Your voice a flame that thawed the stone and called me back from being alone. Let them whisper, let them stare. The world was never true This breath, this touch, this fragile grace, our ghosts have finally found their place. Now morning breaks, the frost is gone. Two hearts remember how to dawn. The silence ends, the years forgive. Two ghosts still